Well, that's a big thing in terms of like white Australian history, is that like, yeah, we were convicts, and then all the books I find are just like about sport, really. And it's like, I guess it's part of it's like a yearning to understand where you sit and where you belong and how to do the right thing and still have your own identity. And you're like, fuck, well, I represent genocide and gambling and people running at each other real hard. Yeah, I don't know, it's like we don't have a whole lot to be proud of. I think that's a big issue, especially for young people, because they don't know really what they're meant to be doing. You know, like stuff like Shane Warne was around when we were alive, but before that, like all these sporting icons, they're all like the idea of like the bronzed Aussie, and everything seemed so carefree, and Australia was like this real idealistic place, but it still had, it kind of hid a lot of other actual stuff that was going on. It's all like fast imagery, like that you'd flick through on your phone or whatever, whereas a lot of the stuff that I find is like people put a lot of work into that, because there was no other way to know about what happened on the rugby tour of South Africa in 1965, you know? You had to buy the book. Most of what I do is curating, like find the images like through looking through books and whatever, and then curate which ones I want to reuse, you know? It's not, and I don't pretend like I've come up with them. And it also exposes how much like our history has been curated. Like whoever had the money to make the book, or, you know, can push their own regime. And back then especially, it was easy to kind of be the voice of something because there was only one version, or, you know, of that history, because there was one book about that thing. Yeah, and I think that also kind of ties in with the way that I work, like reusing other things that already exist, because it's not like we have a culture to reference. Well, I guess, yeah, I reference our own sad culture. Just so much of it is just this like one-sided version of the story. And it's not all terrible, but most of it's pretty terrible. Everything is being recycled all the time, and like the issues are still pretty much the same, really. And I guess when you base your whole nation off of prison and then try and go from there, it's never going to be that good. Yeah, painting's hard. Printing's hard. But at least I can blame something else when it's printing.